Lundstrom, Stephen Davis, Tillman, Fashion Sakala, Bright and Morelos. And our subs are McCrory, Kolach, Kent, Roof, Ben Davis, McCann, Barisic, Arfield and Devine. Did you get that okay, mate?
Yes, mate. A lot of people would think young Devine was unlucky not to get a game.
Aye, mate. Listen, I think it maybe been... I can see the thinking as well. Other guys there thinking they want to see the young laddie Devine, because the last game he came in, the boy played well, Ox, but I think you've got to... James Tavernier's a captain of our football club, mate, and especially with our vice captain no there. I think that's the reason maybe Tav started there in that position, mate, for his experience and just for that back line as well, mate. So, but I'm sure maybe that as the game goes on as well, mate, if there's maybe goals up to the good, then I'm sure maybe it'll be in the back of Gio's thoughts to maybe give Tav a wee rest and bring the laddie Devine on and give him a wee run out, mate, to give him some valuable experience, mate. But aye, the laddie's unlucky, but you can't tinker with that back line too much, mate, because you didn't really want it to be four players that's never really played with one another together, you know what I mean, week in, week out type thing. So you've got to have some kind of experience in there as well, I would imagine.
All right, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
We've had some issues with our control, so Billy, people joining us, give us a team and a substitutes, mate.
No bother, mate. It's McLaughlin, Tavernier, Sands, King, Ridvan, Lundstrom, Stephen Davis, Tillman, Fashion Sakala, Wright, Morelos. And the subs are McCrory, Kolach, Kent, Roof, Ben Davis, McCann, Barisic, Arfield and Devine.
What would your team be? Would that have been your selection, Billy?
Aye, close to that, mate. Aye, close to that. I wouldn't. I'd maybe. Well, I don't think I've got one team right this season. I think my best is about 8 or 9 out of 11, mate. So I'd have had McLaughlin definitely in there in goals, mate. As I said, just as I was speaking about earlier on there, mate, regarding I'm being basically number 2 to Alan McGregor, if that's the way it is. And then I certainly would have played Tavernier in there, as I was just talking about earlier on there, mate. Regarding Sands, I can see where you're coming from earlier on there, talking about Ben Davis and try to wrap him up in cotton wool type thing, if that's the case may be, mate. So if anything, mate, I would have swapped Sands about for Ben Davis, and I had King and Ridvan, mate, on my back line. That'd have been my back line, and I maybe have put Sands in the midfield and instead of Stephen Davis with Lundstrom, mate, or maybe left Lundstrom on the bench and played Sands in there with Davis to get Davis for young Sands to learn off of Stephen Davis, mate. But Tillman, Sakala, Wright, Morelos, that'd have been my attacking lineup, mate.
Matondo's disappeared out the squad altogether, huh?
That's a weird one, I know, mate. It's as who was it said it? Greavesy on St John. It's a funny old game, innit? I can't see why the laddie's he's not made the squad. So that was an interesting one as well, especially it being a cup game.
Might have a wee knock. No, us to get injuries, is it?
Aye, mate, as I said, it's like one flew over the cuckoo's nest, isn't it, with all these injuries we've got, mate. I laughed on there the other night. I was reading in the lobby, mate. There were guys. There were a guy came out with a belter. He says something about I think the Rangers have got a ward outside Ibrox with injuries. I thought it was quite funny, mate. But we've got a terrible injury list, mate. We didn't want to add to that. That's for sure.
Talking about somebody who's never injured, we've been joined by Old Davy. Evening, Old Davy.
Evening, guys. Evening, Billy.
Evening, Davy.
I was listening to you just as you started there about. Now, I mentioned this before, and I'll keep mentioning it. Why, if a player's injured, do you play him?
Well, you talking about Tav, the captain?
Yeah, I've mentioned it umpteen times. And I said the last time I called there, I said to you, if he's playing against Dundee, he's not injured.
Well, if he isn't injured, he's been rubbish. Listen, David, don't take this the wrong way. When you phone in and you talk, I don't listen.
I've known that for ages.
No, I get you.
No, it doesn't make sense, guys.
The only rationale, and I'm playing devil's advocate here, Davey, I'm not saying I gave it, is if he did play... if we didn't play Ben Davis and with that's inexperience, Ridvan, we don't know what we've got. Liam King's an 18-year-old boy. Sands, let's be honest, he's a utility player now covering at centre-half. So the only rationale for playing Tav is somebody's in charge. But if you're asking me if it makes sense because of the way he's been playing and he looks as if he's injured, I tend to agree with you, mate.
I don't get that. I mean, I know we're all expecting changes. That was going to happen anyway. But to me, that's like a jigsaw puzzle team with a couple of pieces missing.
Where's your problem with the selection apart from the right back?
Well, I wouldn't have played right for a start, and I wouldn't have played Morelos either. Kolak, you're going to put that Kolak off the bile.
I think that seems to be a modern trend, Billy, isn't it? You draft players for the lesser competitions, as they're called, Billy.
Aye, mate, I know that seems to be the way of football there. I mean, I agree with you there, David, regarding the Kolak scenario, but I can also see the rationality with playing Morelos to get Morelos up to speed there, mate, because we know what Alfie's all about today. He scores goals as well. So, I mean, if the two of them are scoring on a regular basis, mate, then type thing, if for talking sake, if Alfie goes out tonight and maybe gets a double tonight, then it's healthy because it's keeping both the strikers on their toes, mate. When you think about it that way, mate. But I do see where you're coming from regarding Kolak for putting him off the bile, because I was actually thinking that the other day, David, and when I watched the game back against Motherwell, that big Kolak was off isolated, and I watch him making runs into the box, and he's pointing where he's wanting the ball, and he's not getting the ball in there. And you could say to yourself, well, if he's pointing to get into, if he's pointing to tell the players where he's wanting the ball, he's maybe got to lose his drive and his determination. He's telling him, look, I put the ball in there and I'm on the end of it, type thing. So it maybe start to nullify him a wee bit, and it maybe take the sharpness away from him regarding that, making the runs.
He might come back on Saturday fresher, David, and score a hat-trick.
No, I don't. If an engine's running and it's running about fine, you don't think of it. You let it. You really got a problem. We're going to create a problem there.
Is sometimes the best time to give your engine a service is when it's running well, David?
No, well, yeah and no. But I mean, we're not saying about Billy saying there about Morelos needs game time. How many games is he going to get?
I don't know if he's played the full game, is he? Has he played the full game this season? I'm not sure. I need to check that out, David.
I don't think he is.
You know, what's he started? He's not started that many. I'll have a look, David, while you're talking to Billy.
But it just puzzles me some of the selections there, and then Sakala. he's just disappeared again. I don't know. It just get.
David Sakala's playing.
No, not Sakala.
Right.
Wright's playing, isn't he? I just caught the team. I only caught the team. Oh, you're cruel, man. They call you the cruel, man.
Do you mean Matondo, Davy?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about game time, if you can put him in the same situation as Morelos, if you're talking about, you've got to give the guys game time. Well, and what's he done when he does come on? I just don't think you can take the main man out. I mean, everybody's taking this game for granted. This is a big, big game. This is a game get the semis. So you start off there with what you've got, and you spit out the team that you think is going to take the goals in, and it's changed it about. I just don't think that's right thing to do. That's just my opinion.